Okay, we're going to set up Pro Tools to record. Ready? Okay. I'm just going to come to the desktop here, create a new folder, call it PT Recording. Pro Tools Recording. There we go. We have some place to go. Go put our session in there. So what you want to do is you want to start up Pro Tools. And the first menu you're going to see is going to be the startup menu. And there it is. We're operating in Pro Tools 10 here at the school. Make sure it's at 24-bit depth and 48K sample rate, and make sure that your interleaved checkbox is checked. We're going to create a blank session, and the minute you hit OK, it says, OK, where you want to put that blank session. We have a folder already waiting for us, PT Recording. We're just going to call it PT Recording. There you go. Puts it in that folder. Now we have started our Pro Tools session. Let's talk about the M-Box. Okay, this is the M-Box. This is the only way you can record hooking up a microphone to Pro Tools. All right, this is your mic pre. This will determine how loud your microphone is being recorded in Pro Tools. This is actually the second channel, so we're not going to really deal with that, just dealing with channel 1 here. You'll notice that this phantom power light is on. You switch it over here in the back. You can turn that on and off. Actually, you can see it right here. 48 volts. Just turn that on because the shotgun mic does need phantom power. Also, make sure that this mic / line button is in the out position so that it's ready to pick up a microphone. We have the microphone plugged in here. This is the USB cable going to the Macintosh. So, looking at the front here, once again, this is the mic pre, how loud it's being recorded into Pro Tools. This mix knob here, once you have your microphone up and running, and I can see I'm getting sound here by this flashing light over here. If you turn this all the way to the left, the only thing you're going to be able to hear is the microphone. When you turn this to the right, it starts to bring in the music or whatever is being played back from Pro Tools. So I usually leave this all the way to the right because I listen through Pro Tools. But if you need to hear a little bit more of your microphone, your live microphone, you can bring this knob kind of in the middle, or if you just want to hear the microphone all the way to the left. But I always leave it turned all the way to the right so that I can hear playback at full volume from Pro Tools. This knob over here is your volume out, that's all. Of course, you listen through the headphones here. That's the M-Box. Okay, now that we've set up our M-Box and our microphone is working, go up to Setup. The first thing you want to do is check your playback engine. If you're just playing back something from a previous session, you'd select built-in output and you can just listen through the speakers of the computer. But we're going to use the Avid M-Box because that's how we record into Pro Tools. The buffer size, if you're recording into Pro Tools, if you want less latency, which is kind of a little delay of your dialogue or whatever you're recording, have it set at 32 samples. If you have it set at 1024 samples, it's going to give you some latency or a little delay when you're recording, which is a drag. It kind of throws you off a little bit, so we don't want that. Keep it 4 processors, 95% CPU, that's fine. Host engine ignored, blah, blah. Looks all good. Okay. Hit OK. So now we're ready to record onto something. Now that our playback engine is set up to the Avid M-Box Mini in this case. All right, so what we want to do is we want to set up a track. I'll create a new track, a new mono audio track to record on. And I'm going to hit the little plus sign and create a stereo master fader because that's what the rest of the world sees, is how loud is your dialogue. If you hold Option and click on a track, it'll deselect both the tracks, and if you double click on the name of this track, you can change it to Dialogue 1, which we're doing here. Now, notice on each one of these tracks, there's the I/O, that means input, output. The top menu here is your input, and the bottom one is your output. And the output should always be going to your analog 1 and 2 output, which is here on our master fader. So with this track selected here on the input, you want to select interface, which is the M-Box, and select in 1. Okay. You also can see that over here on the track I/O. Has one right here, right next to the track. You can hide this or show it with using this menu here if you don't want to see your inputs and outputs. But a lot of times you do want to see your inputs and outputs right next to your track. So you put your cursor in the track where you want to start recording. Hit the arm button, the little record button there. Now we can see we're getting some dialogue. Okay, so in order to record, you just hit Command Spacebar, and we're recording. There it is. We're recording dialogue. And it's a beautiful thing. All right, I'm seeing it. I hit the spacebar to stop, and you can play back just by hitting the spacebar. I don't have it set up so we can hear what I just did. I'm going through this rather quickly. You can do whatever you want to it. You could, edit it, change it up as much as you want. Let's say you work on it, and this is exactly what we're looking for. Okay, take it out of record. Now we want to bounce it out of Pro Tools, and so we can use it in our video editing program or whatever you want to bounce it to. And you select it from the beginning to end like that. Some people select it up here if they have lots of tracks, but it doesn't really matter. You're just setting the input, the in point and out point here. Then you come up to File, Bounce to Disk. I usually keep it on WAV, which is an uncompressed file. It's the best quality. Interleaved, 24-bit depth and 48K sample rate. Share with none, convert after bouncing, find bounce. Okay, where do we want it? We could put it anywhere. I'm going to put it in my session folder here, and we'll just call it PT Record Final Mix. There we go, call it that. Now if we hit save, it's going to bounce it actually in real time. So however long your session is, it's going to take that long to bounce it to disk. Once it's done, let's just close this session. We'll just quit out of Pro Tools. I'll save the changes, sure. But anyway, here's our PT recording folder, and there it is. PT record final mix .wave. I don't think we can hear it.
And we're recording.
Oh, there it is.
It is.
Uh-huh.
Recording dialogue.
Uh-huh.
And it's a beautiful thing. All right, I'm seeing it. I hit the space bar to stop.
That's a hell of a VO. We got to use that for something. Okay, that's a quick how-to. Hope you got something from this.